Welcome to Barns and Farms with a side of cornbread. This is Shane Hollifield. If it lives on a farm, sleeps in a barn, or loves Southern food, then we're going to talk about it. All right, welcome to Barns and Farms with a side of cornbread. Today we're sitting out here near this beautiful water in this pasture with Sam and Steely Runyon at Packa's place.
Yeah, hey.
How's it going?
Good. We're gonna let Sam talk because he has the radio voice.
He does. He absolutely does.
Steely, you have all the knowledge. Not all of it,
That's
but you
right.
have a lot of it. So we're at Packa's place in Horseshoe, and I would love to hear a little bit about Packa.
Oh,
Still,
baby.
you start.
Okay. Well, Packa was my grandmother. Her real name's Patricia, but everybody called her Packa. It was kind of actually my dad had an imaginary friend growing up, and he named his imaginary friend Packa. Then fast forward, he became a dad, and my sister Kylie started calling her grandmother Packa. I'm sure there was an influence there, but that's, So anyway, Packa is what everybody knows her as. That's what she's called, like everybody, after her working life. After she became a grandma, she became Packa to everyone. So anyway, she lived on this farm almost her whole life. She married actually into the farm. Okay. So her husband, Bert, my grandpa, this is his family farm. So if we go back, this is I'm sixth generation on this farm, but she married into, let's see, the fourth generation of the farm. Mm-hmm. They were married 54 years, and he died in 2009. And then she just stayed on the farm and continued the farm business that they had. They raised beef cattle for ever. I don't even know, forever.
Yeah,
like literally, I don't know, a very long time. And they, in the 80s, they heard about this new thing that farmers were doing, and it was a crossbreed animal between a buffalo and just domestic beef cattle. So today it's known as Beefalo, but they were in the American Beefalo Association. They were like registry number 0003.
Wow.
And now there's tens of thousands of members. And
they were on the forefront.
Yes, pioneers.
Yeah, they were pioneers in that for sure. And growing up, I can remember on the farm they had true, like full-blooded bison on the farm. Wow. And then also they had the domestic beef cattle. So they were doing a lot of the crossbreeding in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Later in her life, and later as me and Sam kind of ended up out here at the farm more often, there was no more buffalo on the farm, just the cows, or just the beefalo, sorry, just the hybrid animal. But yeah, in her heyday, man, Packa had up to 500 head of beefalo, and she would show them all over the country.
Not all here, they leased land.
They up towards Brevard and Squawkiss is the name of the area that they leased land. Anyway, Packa, what a cool lady.
Yeah, and what a cool name. I feel like I'm going to do a podcast in the future on old school names. I interviewed somebody a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about cornbread, and her grandpa's name was Plant.
Oh, yeah.
So Packa, Plant, you know, I love all the old school names.
Yeah, so Packa also, so that's kind of her career in the farm part of it, but truly, like, Packa was like Mother Earth, honestly. Like, if you ever met her, anybody who came across her, she really just had a sense of peace about her. She was a very natural woman. She was very connected to the earth in ways that, like, kind of we all strive to be, but hers was not like a fake hippy dippy.
Hers was all natural.
It was so just her
genuine.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
She has 3 living sisters, but there were 6 of them.
Yeah.
And they're very similar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do they come out here?
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, they sure do.
They have little reunions.
Yeah, they live relatively local. I think
good.
the furthest one lives in like Inman, South Carolina, so not far. But yeah, anyway, so Packa, man, what else? There's just so much.
She kept a stunning garden.
Uh-huh.
The best garden ever. She canned everything. She cooked every meal. And she worked a full-time job. At Inca BASF, and she cattle farm.
And she cattle farm.
Yeah, and she raised a kid.
Yeah, a wild child.
A crazy kid. My dad.
It sounds like a great woman. Yeah. So I see y'all are putting in some garden beds over there, so that should make her happy when she's looking down.
No, for sure. I've always admired her garden, always, because I mean, she kept the most beautiful biggest garden that provided for so many of us, right? It was just her in the last, several years of her life, last 15 years of her life. Her husband had passed, and, her kids were grown and her grandkids were grown, and and she still kept the biggest, most like, when I think of her, I think of provision, because she really did just provide, like always. And it was always not providing of course, a financial way, but I don't even mean it that way. Like in a
comforting,
living way. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Sam, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the farm got to what it is today, to be Packa's place?
Well, so you've heard a little bit about the history of the farm.
Yes.
I came on the scene during high school at some point. We were just kids, and Steely and I fell in love and all that good stuff. After COVID, basically, we had a little bit of a change in careers where the baseball season wasn't going to happen. Steely's a florist for weddings in Asheville, so that season got busted up, and we're kind of twiddling our thumbs. We're actually driving Instacart, and all you have to do is just sit behind the wheel of a car and think, what am I doing here, So we were living down at this wood house next to the beer garden, and we had renovated it, and we're staying there in the meantime. And literally, Steely, one morning, we were driving Instacart, she woke up and said, "What about a pumpkin patch?" And I was like, well, I mean, what was it, like middle of May?
Yeah.
I was like, we still got time, we can go ahead and plant some seeds and see what we can do. So that's what we did. We ordered a bunch of seeds, we tilled up some land, and we planted pumpkins. We built a little trailer.
And Packa gave us permission.
Yeah, gave us her blessing for all this, and was excited about it, not only letting us do this random thing, but she gave us her blessing anyways. So we ended up planting a bunch of pumpkins, and they did really, really well. We built a cool little trailer on the back of a gooseneck trailer and set it out in the middle of the field. And that was kind of day one of, I think, where the farm is headed, as far as, we had actual farming.
Yes.
And now we have more agritourism, which is almost a necessity, because it's hard to, as everybody says and knows, it's farming, you're just not making money.
Yeah.
Unless you're one of the big guys.
You have to do something extra,
right,
to keep it going.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Packa was excited for y'all to do something different on the property.
She was excited just to see it continue on, because it truly had been like, Dad was gone. He had a full career. He was 60 when COVID kind of started, and he was actually almost out of his career. And Sam and I are in our 30s, and we were well into our careers, had no intention of being back here at the farm.
Yeah.
Our intentions were not there at all. And, then COVID happens, we both lose our jobs, and we're like, oh my gosh, we do have this farm. We have this resource. If nothing else, we just need to get out of the house, just be outside.
Yeah, that was good enough for us of an excuse to try, because just get out and get fresh air.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we did the pumpkin patch, and it actually was really, really randomly successful for it to just be us dummies out there trying to
we got ranked before we put anything in the ground or built anything. We're like, we know there's 10,000 cars on this highway every single day. They put the pressure strips out, and that's public information. So we've got road frontage, and if we put something eye-catching and fun, then they're gonna show up.
Yeah, for sure. So we did that the first year, and then as that season was winding down, gosh, how could we make that bigger and better? And Sam goes, beer. Duh.
Well, that's right.
As the guy, pumpkin shoppers are typically, it's more of a female-driven event for the family. So the women, they'll get the family together and dress up in flannels and come out with pumpkin spice lattes and go walk around the field and look at pumpkins and take pictures, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
As that's happening, the very first year, I'm kind of talking with some of the fathers and the husbands, and I'm like, would you be drinking a beer right now if you could? And every time, yes.
Where's the oatmeal stout? Where is it?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So that kind of just got us thinking, and there was a really good feeling about the whole thing. We're like, I think we should pursue this. And of course, we do nothing, like Sam said, we do nothing right the first time. We also do nothing small the first time.
All in.
We don't just, let's have a little beer garden. We open it, have 250 people, like seats for that, and like we've, built a whole building and we've done a whole thing. And instead of it just being this quaint little pumpkin patch anymore, it's like a real big operation.
Yeah. This is an actual working farm.
Yes.
With a bar, and
Yes.
I mean, you have the food trucks.
Yes. Yep. We have food trucks that come out every day. We're open, which is Wednesday through Sunday. So we have, other small businesses involved within our small business. We have food trucks that come out. We have musicians that come out. We have local artisans that come out certain days of the month. Like, it's a whole community spot that, I mean, we hope to just make people just always feel like Packa's presence, because she was such a cool person and such a community, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a pillar of the community.
Yeah.
To where she, like, she was always comforting. It was always home, when she was around. And so we're doing our best to maintain as much of the farm and as much of home as we can, but also having to grow because we got bills to pay,
Yeah. And you can definitely, it really feels good here. I always tell people when we go in houses and everything, I'm like, this house feels really good. Some of them look at me like I'm insane.
Yeah.
And some of them say, you're right, it does.
Yeah.
But there's a good feeling here for
No,
sure.
you're not. I don't think you're wrong. And that's one of the cool parts that we talk about it all the time, trying to maintain the vibes or the feel, because that's kind of what we created, was a place we'd like to hang out, and a place Packa liked to hang out.
Yeah.
Because that was a cool thing that happened too, was in the first 3 years of Packa's place, which is the beer garden, she sat down every Friday in the adjacent container and sold her beefalo. And everybody got to meet her.
Oh, that's amazing.
Everybody in the community got to meet her. Everybody moving into this area got to know Packa, and understand, why this place, this piece of land is what it is.
Yeah. She sold her meat at her meat store. She died last March, so now it's March 2025. She died in March of 2024. But up until December, she was working at her meat store every Friday.
Yeah.
Still,
wow.
Like, she had like a square, which I don't know, that's like a point of sale.
Yeah, she was running a point of sale.
Like,
wow.
Yeah, like she was doing that. 87,
she was doing the most.
Yes,
That's
87
awesome.
years old, with like accepting credit cards and, being out there, rain or shine, and just meeting the community and and again, a place of provision. Like, she had meat that she helped raise on this farm, and it was just.
And it's honoring the animals too.
Yep,
like
course.
there's so many things behind farms that a lot of people don't think about.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It sounds like Packa actually knew every aspect of this farm.
Yes. Oh,
and
she
worked
definitely
it.
did. She definitely did. Yep. The cows, and like I said, she had at her peak there was about 500. In these later years, I mean, we kept about 25-ish typically, but she was always processing, between, I don't know, 6 and 10 a year, and just keeping her little meat store going. And it was great.
Enough to keep it going and keeping her busy.
Yep.
She moved away from grain feeding, so they were eating grass and hay.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's about the amount of animals that this land can sustain.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all have events out here? Do people want to have special occasion events?
Yeah, we do down there. We've done very, 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 very small weddings.
No big weddings.
Yeah, emphasis on the very, because we don't necessarily want to go in that direction. We do, all kinds of birthday parties,
Baby showers,
bridal
yeah.
Showers. It is. It's like a little community clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is, for sure.
I want to talk a little bit about y'all starting a podcast. We're in the spot where y'all talk about all things life right here.
Yes.
And I can see why
Yep.
you would sit here and talk about everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So maybe Packa's Place will have its own podcast one day.
Hey, it could.
We thought about doing one and calling it the Picnic Shed, which is where we're sitting.
That would be great.
Because we can't decide on, like I was saying to Shane earlier, like, we can't decide on any one topic.
Oh, it
ever.
won't be about anything.
Well, yeah, because it's
That's like Seinfeld. It's about nothing, about everything.
Yes, and
That's right.
The kind of thoughts and the kind of emotions and the kind of ideas that come out of sitting over here with, you know, your loved ones and your friends, or sitting over here by yourself, you know, like just in this spot where we are right now is all encompassing to say the least.
Absolutely. Like I felt so much coming across the pasture, but when we got here I was like, this is the I could have found this spot and been like, oh, this is the spot they told me about right here,
Yes.
just by the way you described it.
Yep.
So, well, I always ask, and I didn't bring y'all cornbread today, so I do owe y'all some cornbread, some really good cornbread. But when you hear the word cornbread, Steely, what does that make you think of?
I'm glad you asked me first because I know we're going to have the same answer. Packa, which is funny because that's all we've talked about, but we'll continue to talk about her.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Yes, she cooked us so many meals throughout my whole life, and then also throughout our marriage. In the beginning of our marriage, we were trying to make anything work, right? You know, we were 21 when we got married. We had $0. Packa always was, she fed us so often. And at every meal, I don't care what she made. And she made stuff out of her garden pretty much only. That's another part of Packa. Like her cooking was such a part of her, but it was also so natural. It was Southern cooking, but not that over the top, high fat,
greasy,
high. It wasn't that. She literally cooked out of her garden every single day. And I would say at least 90% of everything we ate was from her garden, from her. But with every single meal, to say that she made cornbread, no matter what. I mean, you know, some days she was making hamburger helper with the Beefalo and was like, I just didn't have time. But she'd have some cornbread.
She'd have cornbread.
Always have cornbread.
You know, Randy Hollifield should have met Packa because, I mean, he could eat cornbread every day.
So Packa always served. And the beautiful part, well, I'll let you tell the beautiful
Can
part.
I describe it?
Please do. No, please do, because this is very unique.
Okay.
Okay, so Packa made cornbread with a really old waffle iron. It's probably like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Just when, like, I don't know, it
It's
seems
a
like
cast-
just
it's like
when electronics came on.
Yeah, like a cast
this is
iron
the first one.
waffle iron. Yeah.
But it heats up, and her recipe's simple. It's all-purpose cornmeal, buttermilk, and I think 1 egg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's very crispy. She always did it crispy.
Well, she made it in the waffle iron.
Yeah.
So it automatically was crispy.
Right. So it's, you know, an inch thick. It's not like a deep pan cornbread or a cakey cornbread. So you're biting into it. Sometimes she would make it hot for me.
Yeah, she'd add pepper.
So she would add red pepper flakes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, Packa knew I was coming to lunch today.
That's right.
Yeah.
She spiced it up for Sam.
Yeah, so she made it in her waffle iron, and that was something that kind of became a Packa signature.
Yep.
Was her cornbread. You knew like that Packa had an influence on this meal or made this meal or whatever from that, because even like, this is funny, but we have some friends who always do big tailgate up at Appalachian State, and they learned about Packa's cornbread, and they were like, oh, we can have our chili from our tailgate. And now it's a whole thing at their tailgate at Appalachian State, and it's a big tailgate.
Oh, wow. So they have Packa's cornbread at the waffle iron.
And it's so grab and go too. It's not, it won't crumble apart, you know, like you can literally just take a wheel of it and run.
I'm so glad. See, I'm like, I didn't bring y'all cornbread, but I'm still going to ask the question. This is the best little scoop that I'm getting right here, because I feel like I might have to try to make some the Packa way.
Yes, you should at least try it, right?
My favorite part of the cornbread is the crust, because it's real crispy, and so I feel like Packa's cornbread would be my favorite.
Everybody wants an edge or a corner.
Yeah,
and this is all edge, all corner.
I know. Randy's like, who ate the crust off the cornbread? I'm like, I guess it was the dog. I don't know. So, Sam, tell us a little bit about the markets that y'all have here.
We met a gal. She approached us. Her name is Brittany, and she actually told us to call her Peaches, so we call her Peaches. She's a good getter, and she has created something called the Blue Ridge Artisans Market. And basically, that's a group of curated by Peaches, local makers, artists, farmers, that get together every second Sunday at Packa's place. It's become a huge thing. It's super cool to see everybody pop their tents up and just kind of showcase their talents and wares.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I'm gonna have to come out here. I'm like, maybe I'll come back tomorrow to hit the Smash food truck,
Yes,
and then
yeah.
maybe I'll come out on Sunday to catch one of those markets.
Yeah, for sure. We just had our first one this past Sunday. We do it every second Sunday, but we'll have one in April. And May it falls on Mother's Day. You know, the second Sunday is always
Yeah.
Mother's Day, and that happens. And so, like, that Mother's Day market has become like a thing.
It's our biggest day of the year.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's super fun, and it's just, you know, it's just cool to see the community out together. And
Yeah.
you know, there's 20 or more small businesses out trying, you know, of the artists, and then you've got a couple food trucks, you got the live music, you have our small business, like, and who else knows, like, who else you're going to run into out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So it's supporting a lot of families.
It is, yeah. So it's become a really cool thing. We're really proud of it and really happy to be a part of it. So yeah, that's cool.
So,
Well, everybody should follow you on Instagram and see what's going on
Yeah.
weekly out here.
Yeah.
That's how I sort of figured out what was going on.
yeah, we do. Steely does the weekly schedule.
Yeah, I do.
Gets out every Monday.
I'll do all the social media stuff.
And we post every business day what's going on that day as
like
well
as a story
on Facebook and Instagram.
We have the staff that we have that work here for us. They're just the best people. Like, I could not speak more highly of the people that help us around the farm, or that help us behind the bar, or that help us at the pumpkin patch. We've just really, it's just a cool place. It just is. We just have the best people.
You're just blessed. You're
Yes,
just
They
blessed here.
they fall right in our laps.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I know.
That's one thing you don't have to do the hard way, Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get the good people rolling in.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all sharing Packa's place with me today, and I can't wait to come back out and hang out as a local.
Yes, as a patron and as a local, definitely.
You will be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Until next time, farewell, God bless y'all, and don't forget to thank a farmer.